So this is one of London's oldest pubs, and even on a chilly Tuesday night, people are gathering to share a pint of beer and a story or two. But for one group of people, the George Coaching Inn has special significance because it's right next door to the pub where Chaucer's Pilgrims met in 1392 before setting off for Canterbury.
Now, the Tabard was a real pub. Unfortunately, it burnt down, was rebuilt, and then burnt down again and wasn't rebuilt. By chance, right next door is the stunning George pub, which is London's last galleried coaching inn. It's it looks exactly the same as coaching inns would have looked like when Dickins was here. It's just a great chance it's right next to the Tabard. And we're going to be meeting, like the Pilgrims do in the poem, for a dinner the night before they set off.
These modern pilgrims have come from far and wide to take part in this journey, a 4-day walk tracing the steps of Chaucer's Pilgrims, ending up at Canterbury Cathedral and reciting Chaucer's tales along the way.
I'm hoping that I'll meet a lot of interesting people who are sort of fascinated with the same sort of things that I am, and I'll have actually hopefully understood the tale a little bit more as well, because the very act of performing it and adapting it will have allowed me to see sort of deeper things that I might not have noticed.
I think it will be a very nice trip, and we can, especially for the relationships that the pilgrims will probably create among each other. And I also want to see the places that the pilgrims have visited, the fictional characters have visited in the stories told in the Canterbury Tales.
So after a meal to get to know each other, the pilgrims gather the next morning at the site of the Tabard, now just a bustling alleyway in the shadow of one of London's newest buildings.
I'm extremely excited. I've been really excited all week. I want to hear all the stories. I want to hear people's interpretations of the stories, making them relevant for us, and I want to have some fun.
And after a moment to honour Chaucer himself, our pilgrims are on their way.
Centuries-old words still carry so much humour, so much life, so much kind of recognisable truth about the human condition. It's a real pleasure just to kind of access those words and embody them through this pilgrimage.
The best barrel of wine in Westcheek, then my sleep out.
The most beautiful white crow you ever did see, with feathers white as any swan.
After 4 days, and shall we say some less than perfect weather, the pilgrims take part in an important ritual just before they arrive at their destination.
So when Henry II came on pilgrimage to Canterbury to atone for the death of Thomas of Becket, who he indirectly had killed, he got off his horse at this church, St Dunstan's, and removed his shoes and walked the rest of the way barefoot. So in memory of Henry II, we're doing the same thing. To Canterbury, take blister plasters, there's no discouragement. I'm hoping that the pilgrims will feel a kind of real sense of achievement which borders on a kind of spiritual, emotional feeling at the end. This is definitely a literary pilgrimage, but I don't think you can escape that close-knit group travelling together over a number of days, that feeling at the end of momentous spiritual feeling, and I'm hoping people will feel that as we arrive in Canterbury.